How many of you agree if you worked for yourself, you'd fire your ass today? You're not worth $15. Like, if I were paying someone $15 an hour and they do what you do all day long, you'd be fired to me. What are you doing on Facebook? What are you doing texting a friend? Oh, it's just real quick. Oh, I just got to go get my hair done real quick. It's the only time she had available. The hairdresser's worth more money than you are? Are you kidding me? Oh, I got to get my nails done. You know, I got something going on in 3 days. What? On the clock? You would be fired if you made minimum wage. They wouldn't allow you to do what you do. So it's no wonder that maybe sometimes you're making minimum wage. Actions dictate results. Let's imagine you wake up at 8 o'clock. You got shit to do before you can actually work. You have to brush your teeth. You probably ought to shower, I don't know, once a week, twice a week, sometime. You got to shower. You're probably going to have a dog you need to let out, feed them, do a morning routine kind of thing, whatever it is you have to do. There's an awful lot of excuses we make for ourselves, literally because we just decided sleep was more important than success. So you can't tell me you're serious about money, you're serious about the stress that you have from your debts, you're serious about a retirement or providing for others, and you're sleeping till 8 o'clock? Come on. It's bullshit when you tell yourself that you're really motivated and you're really serious and you're really ambitious and you're laying in bed. You have to agree that's the case. And by the way, if you fix your money, you can go to bed earlier. You're not going to be tossing and turning. You're not going to look like a hot dog at the 7-Eleven, just rolling all night long. That's not going to be you. You'll actually get a little bit of sleep. You won't be stressed. You can wake up fresh and you can actually be productive with what you're doing every day. If I knock on your door at 7:30 in the morning and you're still in bed, what? Game over. I'm going home. You aren't real serious about success. What are you doing? Wait until like 9 or 10. And then by that time, you already got 375 emails. You got 3 phone calls. You got an appointment today. You got to hurry up. You're running behind and you're never going to have time to really work on your business. You can't be open to the public when the public is open. Does that make sense? Like when things are really loud and busy, that's not when you need to start your day. If you're going to work on your business, it needs to be when things are quiet. Okay. So like if title companies and home inspector companies and appraisers and lenders, if they don't start answering their phone till 9 o'clock, I know I can get an awful lot of time in. I can get a lot of things done before they open, because nobody's going to bother me. The last thing I need to do is wake up and just be running. There's an awful lot of people that when they lay their head down at night, the last thing you're thinking about is real estate. And unfortunately, because you've been running all day, you're laying in bed and that's when the circus starts. Oh, I forgot to call that guy back. Oh my gosh, it's so late now. I guess I'll call him. Well, I got to remember. I got to call him. I can't forget. I got to call him. And then you don't sleep. And then the first thought you have when you wake up in the morning, real estate. What do I got to do today? What appointments do I have? What do I got to do? Like the business is literally owning you. Is this sounding familiar to a lot of agents? Does this sound like what we're giving to the business, that we always have to be available? We always are thinking real estate, doing real estate, that type of thing. There's no such thing as balance, but we're going to try and get as close as we can to balance by trying to time block a little better, be a little more responsible with what we're doing. So my first question is, could you find a way to start your day earlier? Because I can guarantee you, no matter what you've got going on in your life, I want you to think about what you have going on from 10:30 to midnight every night. From 10:30 to midnight. I know it's different for everybody, but you might be just sitting on the couch, hanging out with the spouse, petting the dog. We're not going out clubbing or stuff anymore, right? So whatever we're doing from 10:30 to 12, I promise you it's more profitable for you to go to sleep. It's more profitable for your bedtime to be earlier so your wake time can be earlier. I promise that's the case, because if you're looking at wastefulness, it's literally sitting there at night looking through Netflix to see what you haven't watched or what you want to do or whatever. No matter what you're doing, bedtime might actually be more profitable for you if it's earlier. Maybe we need to make that adjustment simply because nobody else is available at that time early in the morning and we can get more done. My fiance Taylor, there is not a day in the world she's up after 6 o'clock a.m. Every single time she's up at 6 o'clock. But you wouldn't believe the routine she has every morning. It's phenomenal how much is done. You have to make time in order to allow that to happen so you can work on your business, not in your business. I'm not saying to give more time to real estate. I'm saying give less time to real estate by getting more done in the short amount of time you give it. You know why? That'll give you time for life. That'll give you time to not feel guilty, not feel like you should be doing something else. I talk to an awful lot of agents, and the vast majority of them, if they're working, they feel like they work too much and they're not fair to their family and they feel guilty and they should be spending time with family. But then when they go spend time with family, they feel guilty and they should be working and they really need money and they got to find a way to act like they're with family, but they're going to check their message real quick. Well, I got to answer the phone, and they feel guilty and pulled in both directions. A lot of agents have done that because they haven't planned their day correctly. Start the day early in the morning. Do things where people can't bother you. The most important thing, like, let's say you went, and again, I know everybody's on a different agenda. You might have a person at home you're taking care of or something like that. Dogs you take care of, that type of thing. I have 3 dogs now. I've always had Honey, but I acquired 2 stepchildren in the form of 2 Cavalier King Charles. So now I have 3 dogs in the morning. All 3 have different personalities. We'll do it a certain way. Cody, the boy, of course it's a dude. He ain't going on wet grass. Forget it. I got to fight. I got to put my own clothes on so I can go outside because he won't just go out there on wet grass. So you got stuff you have to figure out. Like, I'm waking up early because I know this has to be done. It's not going to get me behind. I planned for it. I know that that's the case. So you have to start your day earlier to get these things accomplished, to make sure you get the life stuff out of the way. You got to use the bathroom, brush your teeth, shower, get something to eat, feed the dogs, do whatever your morning routine is. Some of you should be walking, myself included, but whether you do or you don't, whatever that morning routine is, you have to do that. Some of you have livestock you have to go out and feed. So you have to get that done so you know what time you're at your desk.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.